Tom Piotrowski joins us now. Good morning to you, Tom. How are we shaping up today?
Pete, the futures are pointing to a decline for the local share market, which is quite interesting given that it was quite a constructive session as far as Northern Hemisphere markets are concerned. The futures are pointing to a decline of around 0.4%, but you'd probably look at that in the context of yesterday's outsized improvement. We were up by close to 1%. Those stronger than expected employment figures perhaps resonating with Northern Hemisphere investors, suggesting that the likelihood of a rate cut in the near term is now almost diminished and entirely, notwithstanding what the futures market's telling you. But in any case, what we saw in the US, one of the highlights was some much stronger than expected retail sales numbers, Pete. The bottom line here is that this just confirmed the belief that the US economy is ticking along quite nicely, and that has sort of marginalised near-term outsized rate cuts as well. We only saw modest improvements for US stocks. The S&P 500, for example, up by around 0.1%. They're still in record territory. That's important to note. But there were some important outcomes in terms of company earnings. So you might recall earlier in the week, there was a bit of a downdraft for technology stocks because of the reporting from a company called ASML. It's a Dutch company. It's the biggest maker of equipment that's used to make computer chips. And that cast a pall over things. But last night, the biggest maker of the biggest contract maker of computer chips globally, TSMC, the Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company, had a very upbeat forecast which saw the shares improve by about 10%. So those two outcomes have sort of neutralized each other to an extent. Nonetheless, quite an encouraging set of figures from this company. Today is an important day for the regional picture because we'll have the Chinese report on economic growth, retail sales, and a number of other outcomes as well. At a time where investors are wondering whether or not enough things done to support the Chinese economy, these figures will be quite important.
All right, Tom Piotrowski, thank you.